All right, so we are just talking about what mental mapping is and how we use it in geography. And basically, what we're doing is we're not labeling maps, we're constructing maps. We're putting on paper what we see in our head and how we see locations in relationship to one another and the experiences that we've had that create that mental map we all have within our minds. And so there's a couple different procedures that we can use. I'm going to use a bunch of them today. I have them listed down here. When I create my mental map of North America. So, to get started, I'm going to talk that I first use my spatial features or my map spatial features. And basically what that would be is my equator and my prime meridian. So, I know that North America is it is above the equator, and it looks something like this. I'm drawing with a mouse, so that's kind of funny, so sorry if it looks kind of ugly. Um, so I've got my North America here. And I did that based on my spatial features of the equator. And prime meridian. So you can use different spatial features like the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. I pay attention to where the equator is. It goes through Ecuador, which is south of North America. So I pay attention to all of that. Then I just have some basic memorization that Canada is above America. And it looks something like this. We've got the Hudson Bay. And again, sorry, but mental mapping is not perfect drawing. I know that I have some islands out here. The idea behind it is that you get the basic idea of what the place looks like. So I've got Canada, basic memorization that it's north of the United States. And then I'm going to use a mnemonic device because it's really hard for me to remember all of the province of Canada. So my mnemonic device is yellow birds always say many old quacks. And this is on the website, but it's Yukon, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec. And I'm going to go into what that would look like. So if I'm going to draw it, it looks sort of like this. And it is Yukon here, and I don't have a lot of space, so I'm just going to put the start of the province, British Columbia. And then I know I have to have Ontario, kind of north of Wisconsin, so I'm going to kind of put that in right here. And that's just a memorization thing. It's also a relationship thing. I know I've been there, blah, blah, blah. So Quebec, Ontario, yellow birds always say many. So I have to do 3 provinces in here. And here's Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. So if you can see, mnemonic devices are huge. You will probably remember that. Then I put my landmarks and my physical features, just some things that kind of help me remember things. For example, I think of the oceans as PA. My sister is a physician's assistant, so it's the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. And I just remember that there. I might put in the Appalachian Mountains. And if you want to remember, it is Rocky Mountains, Appalachian Mountains. So here are the Rockies. I'm running out of room a little bit, and that's RA, which would be like rheumatoid arthritis. But it helps me remember the Rockies are in the west, the Appalachians are in the east. And maybe you have a relationship to this in some way. You went to North Carolina and you went and hung out in the Appalachian Mountains and went hiking or something, and you just know that they're in this area. However it works best for you. This is how you use the procedure of mental mapping. I can also put the Mississippi in. I know that it splits between Wisconsin and Minnesota, and so it kind of gives me a relationship of where I have to put the Mississippi. I've got the Hudson Bay up here, and that's just a memorization thing, and you probably, unless you've been up there, you might not know that the Hudson Bay exists, but you will before this class is over. So Gulf of Mexico. I went and got to see the Gulf of Mexico when I went to Florida, which would be right here. And I just create relationships to all these locations, and that's how you develop your mental map. So, ooh, that moved funny. Hopefully it will go back. and it didn't. So sorry about that. I think you get the idea. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you.